to watch Sarah Hokum on hole 9. Little mobile check-in.
Oh, I figured it had to be if it was from a phone. Skip ace.
The ace reaction sounds are always so funny.
So good.
One of the few people to go for sidearm here. You have to work around that tree, so you do have to have a great flex game that you can predict.
Amazing.
Wow.
Your LWS at Idlewild Open champion, Scoggins.
Hello and welcome to round 1 of the 2025 LWS Open at Idlewild, presented by Dynamic Discs and the Natty. We are here almost towards the end of the season. Only 4 events left. I'm Madison Walker.
I'm Erika Stinchcomb. We're the 2 hot geese.
Honk.
And this is, I think, the nicest weather we've ever had for Idlewild. It's usually the hottest week of the year. It was pretty dang pleasant out there. Not too much wind, great scoring conditions for this very difficult wooded track.
Let's kick things off with hole 1. It has not changed from years prior. At 638, it's a gettable birdie, especially if you have a distance backhand off the tee. There's an out of bounds line on the left side that you are definitely worried about. The right side, not as much. Ideally, you want to land on the right side of the fairway if you can muster, but there is a downhill left to right sloping hill that comes into play and makes this second shot more difficult. That one big guardian tree eats a lot of discs.
Pairing from Los Angeles, California, Scoggins.
The defending champion of this event, of course. Idlewild's kind of interesting, though. It's had 5 unique winners in the last 5 years. So just showing anyone can win out here.
And this looks like a great shot from Owen. Big distance, right in the middle.
Next to the tee, coming all the way from Cincinnati, Ohio, Rebecca Cox.
I should have looked up how many times Rebecca's played this.
Yep, home court advantage here. I got to play Rebecca in the match play yesterday at this course. She shot 9 down through 16 holes. It was incredible. I shot 6 down. I was very happy, and then still lost my match. It's like legendary. And then Rebecca was like, watch this.
Local.
From Morristown, Tennessee, Macie Velediaz.
Macie always plays good on wooded tracks. She was raised in East Tennessee, where that is what they know and love. Lots of wooded golf. Excited to watch Macie attack this course.
She's also got that great distance for those of you who haven't seen Macie a ton. She's playing a little less these last few years, but we love to see her out.
Top card coming from San Antonio, Texas, Valerie Mandujano.
Valerie coming off the win at Ledgestone last week. She always does well at this event. She loves to shape shots in the woods as well.
Yeah, she won this one in 2023 also.
You can see her trying to get to the right side of the fairway, flirting with those branches, but it'll be fine. Owen's got, I would say, around 300 feet to the basket, maybe a little less than that. She's got to get under these low-hanging branches because it can be tough to putt on the elevated basket, and she does it.
Might as well just base it, I guess.
Macie is a new mom. She's got 1.5-year-old now, and she has only played 4 events this year, but most of them, I believe, have been at least in the top 15 of the events she's played. So, mom shreds.
We should make her a shirt or something that says that. Valerie from down on the right side. working a turnover, and she might have some branches to deal with, but that was a good shot.
Rebecca, so far.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
Yeah, able to go just a little one-step chip shot. It's awesome. I like this as a starting hole.
Me too.
It's gettable, but not a gimme. It's wide open enough where you're not too worried. I think it's great.
And Rebecca, I guess, left that one a little bit short. It was hard to tell coming up the hill. Yeah, this elevated basket can be a little rude out the gate, but not if you're Valerie Mandujano. Yeah, this course is kind of, it's nice how it eases you into the wooded holes. You
Yes.
start out in the open. Oh, man. And Rebecca gonna, unfortunately, start out her round with a bogey.
If she was playing you, she would have made that, though.
Oh, absolutely. She probably would have thrown it in from the bottom of the hill. Macie gonna start out her round with a birdie.
She looks relaxed.
Yeah.
This
She
is
said
nowhere near as hard as being a mom, I'm sure.
she said, I'm just so excited to be here. I talked to her today right before I came, actually, and she's like, I just am so happy to be here. It's so exciting. I missed tour so much.
That's
but
so nice.
she's
The rest of us are like, we're so tired.
Yeah, well, she's also like, I don't miss that part.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
She has got it perfect right now.
That's awesome. I'm glad she's out. It looks like only about 9 people got the first hole. Hole 2, also birdieable, but a very technical tee shot. There's OB all along the left side. That's the main danger. You gotta clear this little ditch and try to get on this little sun-shining hill if you can, and then that way it's a nice wide open shot. Though sometimes blind over these bushes here, and it's a bit of a water carry. The pin is perched on a right to left sloping hill, so you do have to be careful on the upshot, but if you have a really good drive, you're definitely thinking attack. If you're out of position, you usually pitch up before the water.
This hole used to play so difficult, but again, the FPO field is really ironing out their games, figuring everything out.
Now you're almost thinking like, yeah, I gotta get this one.
Yep.
And I think forehand is a great way to do that as long as you get past that ditch. That's going to drop just a bit short, but it's still reachable if Owen wants to go for it.
Yeah, it's crazy how people are getting more comfortable from attacking from that area as well.
True.
That used to be an immediate pitch-up zone, but there's people that are considering it. Macie and Owen going to connect with the exact same tree. Valerie going to show us the backhand, and that's so good.
So pretty. Oh, and huge. Man, I remember back in the day, everyone's scared to throw the backhand. You're shanking into those left side woods, then you're out of bounds, still in the tree, still pitching up, and it was to the long pin.
Yep.
Oh, it's so much more relaxing now.
Rebecca with a nice backhand. She took this route during match play and got through. We'll see what she has to work with here. There is actually, if you're going to miss, the right side is the way to miss.
Absolutely.
It does open up that second shot a little bit. Owen's going.
Going with the forehand. So might not park it, but she's going to be across easily.
Wow.
And she's in the own zone there.
Have we
Patent
ever
pending.
said that? Why have we not said
I
that?
have, but I try not to overuse it.
You haven't used it at all. I don't remember
Maybe
that.
not this year.
I love the own
Just
zone.
break it out on special
Yeah.
occasions.
Rebecca going for it as well from the rough. And, oh man, she comes up a little bit short. I'm unsure if she crossed. We'll see what the spotters tell us.
Macie looks like she's attacking as well. This is a very technical sidearm. Sometimes it's hard to get that power uphill, but that looks nice and powerful. Well done. And what a shot from Valerie. Able to go standstill putter.
Yeah, and she'll be just a step outside of the bullseye for her birdie. Rebecca, unfortunately, did not cross on the far side. She's going to have to take it from the short side between these two bushes. Almost a little bit of a jump putt. I mean, a little bit of a putt motion there. That's enough to get all the way across. Macie lining this up. Oh, no.
I was going to say,
Yeah,
what a maniac.
Yeah.
Respectfully.
Maniac mom.
Own definitely lining it up. We know where she is.
Mm-hmm.
This is her home. Left side ringer.
And birdie start for Own Scoggins.
Here's a cool stat. Rebecca Cox is one of only 2 FPO that have cashed at every single Idlewild. That's been a Pro Tour event since 2017.
Really?
Uh-huh. Jessica Weiss is the other.
Nice.
Pretty cool. And Valerie for a birdie start. Was this Valerie's first win? No.
I think second.
Yeah.
Didn't she win
Same
Waco?
year. Waco, and then this the same year?
Yeah.
Is that right?
It's so
no,
hard to
it
remember.
wasn't. Waco was before. It all blends together, everybody. We're so sorry.
It does.
She has won 2, though, before this. And then, of course, Ledgestone.
Moving on to a new tee pad on hole 3. It's only about 60 feet further up the fairway than it was last year, but it does kind of open up that first shot. It moves you down the hill a little bit, so you're able to go under the branches, maybe get a little more distance, but they also pulled in the OB line on the left side from the tee shot, so it does feel a little bit risky to pull out your distance drivers, but if you want to try to get this birdie, you do have to do that. I'm wondering if the change changed that many people's game plan. I'm definitely throwing a similar disc and a similar line, and it doesn't really get you around the corner enough to go for it. Owen's going to show us the forehand route, and I like that, but the shot that she's going to have to look at next, kind of cutting the corner, is very risky right over some very dense tall grass and under some low-hanging branches near Amando.
You can get the forehand far enough to attack on the left side of that tree as well and get there. I don't think it's that much easier, but I do think it's way more like appropriate now.
Yeah, I agree.
It was kind of ungettable before. There was one birdie ever, I think, by Raven Klein, and that's it.
Yeah, and I think that this is way gettable by everyone in the field. It's just trying to figure it out right now.
Yes.
I think everyone's still trying to iron out what they want to, how they want to attack this hole. Macie and Valerie just showing us the absolute perfect shots.
Huge
so good.
distance.
I watched everyone on my card today kind of struggle a little bit with like figuring out the placement, and the stats are not showing it being that much easier. Definitely less bogeys.
I do think the forehand is easier. Rebecca getting a little lucky there. But I do think the backhand line is still tricky. It's so easy to fade out left and end up adding some distance.
Totally. I think that's why Rebecca doesn't throw the backhand here. She's talked about being worried about carrying OB. She's going to try that right side line. You can see the Mando on the right side of the screen, and she is well safe of that, trying to sneak around that tall grass.
That's well done.
And on the heat map, I'm not 100% sure where everyone's landing yet, but I do know a lot of circle 2 putts are going to be had on hole 3.
Owen putting a lot of power on this one, hoping for some ground play. And she'll be maybe 40 to 45 feet away.
Yeah, it looks like only 9 competitors got to circle 2 in regulation. Only 2 got to circle 1 in regulation. Wow.
Yeah, I think people will drop in like somewhere between 150 to, to like 80 feet would probably be the red hot zone.
Yeah, Macie gonna show us that one of the 2 competitors that did find circle 1.
Let's see if Valerie can do it as well.
No, get out of there.
Man, those things I swear just get more and more dense.
I know they're not corn, but they do look like corn.
They sure do. Faux corn.
And it is wildly thick in there.
They are so mean. Yeah, it's hard to pitch out even.
I couldn't find my disc in there. I lost my disc in that small 8-foot area. Let's see what Valerie... Oh,
look, it's just an arm.
Hey!
No way.
Oh
I thought she was going to do it.
That was incredible.
I want a replay of just the arm. You can't see any bit of her.
Oh, that was a really great shot from Valerie. Here's Owen from deep circle 2. Woo!
Off the top. She looks upset that she didn't just can a
staring down that basket.
50-footer.
Let's go, Macie. No. Oh, no. Turns out there was only one birdie on hole 3 today. It was by Holland Hanley. Looks like she was about 16 feet from the basket.
We'll definitely see some more as the weekend continues.
Yeah, I agree. I wish people could throw rollers on this hole. Like, the shot shape is nice, but the grass is so dense.
It's lush this year.
Yeah, that they apparently got a lot of rain early this summer, and so rollers are a little bit out of play on the course.
Rebecca with a nice clean par. Par frame is good on the 3rd. I do think that was a great change.
Yeah, we have 2 new tee pads out here, and we just want to shout out to the tournament team because we love that. We love that they're looking at the stats, paying attention, and they put in just a bunch of new tee pads where old ones were last year just to get them nice and fresh and clean.
Love a fresh tee.
Yeah.
Hole 4 is a par 5, 722 feet. It's attackable. It's even eagleable, though it takes one heck of a tee shot. Most ladies just going to land somewhere in this field and then pitch up past these 2 field goal trees we just flew through. It's kind of tough to land in the perfect gap and leave yourself a wide open look. You end up sometimes having an obstructed second shot, but it's not that far to cross the water and get yourself a look. A lot of people just thinking birdie here. It's very risky to go for the eagle, but if anyone's going to do it, I have a feeling it's Holland Hanley.
Yeah, Holland coming fresh off that only birdie on hole 3. She's going to think about going huge here.
That actually looks pretty
conservative.
Chill, yeah, for Holland, for as far as not an eagle bid.
This just looks like a layup play also.
Yeah, I mean, I've talked to a few ladies that used to go for the eagle, and it's like, it's just not worth it when it's a pretty simple birdie.
Yeah. I like how more and more competitors are realizing how much room there is through the trees and trying to kind of push through instead of leaving it short.
Yeah, that's definitely the better mistake. Well, yeah, not even a mistake. Better play.
Holland leaves that one a lot shorter than you would want. She's shaking her head here, knowing she's got to do some work from circle 2.
Oh, she's good for it.
This played as the
easiest?
4th easiest hole of the day.
What's your guess for easiest? I would have guessed this one.
It's either the elevated basket or the one right before it. The ace hole or the new hole.
I feel like, well, it's your guess. So
I'm gonna say the new hole.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna take a
number 10. Is that number 10? Right?
Yeah. Wait.
Yeah.
Isn't that? Oh, it is. You're right. Okay, as my second choice, I'll take 11, as per the rules. That little birdhouse looking thing, squirrel feeder?
Yeah.
Is like a mark of a decent tee shot. It's kind of what we're all thinking about. Thinking about it so hard that sometimes you're right next to it. Right next to it.
Oh, that's
it's just
so
like
funny.
It really is classic hole 4 though. To have someone pinned up on the one thing in the way.
Oh, I'm gonna chip a forehand into the woods. Hope she gets through. She's gonna be a little pinch on the left side, but she's got plenty of flex line options through there.
Yeah, there are definitely gaps. None of them are just super comfortable. I like the backhand approach. I think the left side has more to work with if you fade a little too much, but it's so easy to leave it just a bit short like that.
Yeah, and get pinned up on one tree.
It just looks like the water's so much closer than it is, which is why, as Madison was saying, we are seeing people push farther, but it's taken a lot of years for people to start doing that because it doesn't feel comfortable.
It feels like a risk, even though it's not quite.
Macie gonna find that kind of deep right side. There's a lot more foliage over there, so it can be pretty tricky.
Rebecca with a backhand in, and that is rare. Ooh, she is even sliding down the hill towards, you can see the OB line. She's maybe only 6 or 8 feet short of it, but she checked up nicely.
Cool shot.
Valerie does find a gap.
Pretty.
Yeah, some really nice turn on that disc.
Macie working a little step out sidearm through a pretty narrow gap. She's going to get through, but she's pretty deep in circle 2 for her birdie look.
That was one of those gaps where you're just like, I don't even care. I just need to get across.
Yeah, exactly. Owen left with a pretty open one. Needs a lot of turn on this. It is going to fade a little earlier than you would like, but there she is.
And that
in her home.
That OB line came up a little quicker this year on the right side than I remember. Maybe pinched it in a little bit, or I just haven't noticed it before, but
I'll take a look. It's usually like a little closer than you'd expect, but I haven't been there this year. Just
it's
last
in circle
year.
2 for sure.
Is it? It might be a bit tighter then.
Here's Macie from circle 2 for a birdie. She gave it a run. She told me I could roast her today, so everyone in the comments that wants to hate on me.
I mean, go ahead, you can.
I have permission to roast, and so you can roast me too, I guess. Valerie with a really great birdie putt. 3 down through 4, and this is what you want to do at Idlewild, is try to stack birdies in the beginning and prepare yourself for the woods holes where things can start to not go according to plan pretty quickly.
Yeah, it can be a pressure cooker in there. At least it's not that hot this year, though.
True.
And Rebecca finding her first birdie of the round. Very nice.
Almost a half of the field birdied hole 4. There was 18 out of 42 competitors in the stats today. No eagles on this one. Owen and Valerie and Jordan Lynn's 3 down to start. Hole 5 is a much less attackable par 3. At 334, it seems like one that everyone would be gunning for, but with the slight uphill nature of the hole, how close OB is on the left, the elevated basket, and the general right to left downslope shape of the hole, it just makes it really tricky to go for. If you try to just throw a hyzer, it requires about 360 feet of distance to get there, but you want it to check up as well with that downslope. If you try to attack with something a little bit flippier and float it there, you can find the OB line on the right side at the top of the hill as well. It really sneaks up on you because it's so high. Owen showing us the forehand. She's not getting super aggressive like we've seen her in years prior. Y'all saw her in the little preview for Idlewild. Park this one, but I think a lot of FPO players are just throwing it kind of down the middle and giving themselves maybe a long putt or just a simple approach.
Ooh, red from the little spotter.
Yeah, I think Valerie was going for that. Just came out a little early.
Yeah. He told me, that spotter, that there was at least a couple birdies, but they were circle 2 looks.
Okay.
Both of them.
Wow.
that
Impressive
he
on
had
this
seen.
basket.
Mm-hmm. Like prior to these ladies coming through.
A lot of players that attack are doing what Rebecca's doing here, throwing this hyzer line and finding themselves in circle 2 way up high. Makes for a very intimidating putt. Macie had her focus face on. Oh. Oh.
Dang.
Coming in hot.
Macie also going for it. It's like, oh, it's in.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, man.
Rebecca just laying up A little short, but it's fine.
Yeah, only 2 competitors got to circle 1 in regulation, while 15 got to circle 2. But 15 is not that many for 330. This hole. Oh,
There she is. Gonna birdie this thing one way or another.
That was a sketchy little putt, too, with the tree in the way. Let's watch it again.
It's gonna put own 4 down through 5.
Wow. That's so impressive.
Right? She's casually like, yep, just another day on the job.
Running putts you wouldn't dream.
Valerie looking to save par just outside the circle. And that's such an uphill putt. Valerie looks a little surprised it didn't have quite enough gas to get there.
Oh, Macie putting herself in position, but just not quite able to capitalize on the green. Rebecca with a bit of a tester here. She's good for it. It's nice when you're up on the high part of the hill in the elevated basket because it feels regular.
Yeah. I was maybe only 15 feet away, but straight down the hill, and I was like, oh, wait, this is hard. Wait.
There were 3 birdies today. We watched Owen get it, Kelly Foster, and Jessica Weiss. Both also hit circle 2 putts. It's funny, no circle 1 birdies.
Hole 6, the, what are we, Pet Cemetery Gnome Fairy Green hole? It's one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like a forehand off the tee, but a backhand can work. You want to be careful as you get down here. There's a winding creek to the left. If you can get fairly close, you're looking to go left or right side. We just flew right side of that one main tree. Very difficult to get on this tiny little green in 2. You see a lot of ladies lay up and maybe give yourself a circle's edge or circle 2 putt for the birdie, but a lot of times it's just tough to get your second shot through those woods, and so you see a lot of par plays. That is pretty lucky to be safe, honestly. Owen really overturning that one. It's pretty crazy over there, though. There's a lot of little trees in her way.
That grass really grabbed on.
Lush.
Lush, very lush. Rebecca going to show us the backhand route.
You see Mason Ford testing the wind because it's like, ooh, that thing really turned.
And this is red hot on the heat map, just barely cresting that hill with the backhand. I like Rebecca's route of going kind of more straight at it. You'll see some players really float one out to the left. Macie going to try the forehand as well. Oh, man, and that push is so straight.
That's so fun. Mine did the same thing, but it didn't really feel like there was a whole lot of wind on the hole.
Just the downhill nature, maybe.
I guess.
Really adding some power. Man.
Just tournament
arm.
Yeah, just juicing it. And
Valerie going to go a little bit more inside. A little bit of an early release, I'm sure, but it's going to work out great. I mean, a late release, sorry.
Yeah, kind of the classic backhand mistake, just a little short, a little kind of rolled into that hillside, but not messing with the OB, so.
No, and this is a very technical, difficult shot. Valerie going to put some height on it and trust it, and that's so cool. A lot of players just kind of throwing at the ground, getting tangled up on that one big guardian tree. Valerie going to make it through the gap and even be in putting land.
Yeah, really well done from there.
This one played as a tie for the second most difficult hole of the day.
Yeah, this second shot is just pretty tough.
Mm-hmm. There's been a few changes on this hole over the years. We played the short tee pad with a par 3. We played this long tee pad with a par 5. It's changed a bunch over the years. I think this par 4 is like a good happy place, but it is a very challenging birdie. This is one that a lot of players are just happy with a par. You're ecstatic.
Yeah, for sure. That green is sketchy. This is definitely my favorite iteration of the hole.
Yeah. And Macie trying to work around the trees and get maybe to where she can putt from the short side of the creek. She'll be right around the edge of circle 1 to save the par.
Valerie from distance. Gonna be an easy par at least.
No one was able to get to circle 1 in regulation. 14 players got to circle 2. Owen almost going to find chains from deep circle 2. Here's Rebecca with a chance as well.
The OB is only about not even 10 feet behind, so you do have to control that speed on the way in.
Yeah, and it's AstroTurf, so it can get some ground play real quick if you come in too fast. Oh, Macie so close to saving the par here. She'll have to settle for a bogey.
Nice putt from Rebecca.
Yeah, there was only one birdie on hole 6 today from Lucky Lorenzen.
Very nice.
From circle 2, 40-footer. Love that.
Macie gonna take the bogey with that out of bounds stroke, but the rest of the card gonna clean up their pars, which feels good on hole 6.
Oh, yeah.
Owen still leading the way with that bogey-free 4 down.
Hole 7, another scoreable par 4. This one a little bit more reachable than the last, but this tee shot can be very difficult. It's very technical. You got to go straight for a while through some narrow gaps, and then you want to get a little bit of right finish. Ideally, you want it to be early as well. You don't want to finish late because if not, you're not lined up to this gap that the drone is flying up to this basket. It's pretty uphill. Throwing a standstill from the landing zone can be tough. Unless you pull out maybe a little bit of a faster disc or give your mid-range a little bit of height. A lot of competitors getting tangled up on that second shot as well. It's crazy how quickly a bogey can happen here on hole 7. Oh, Owen with a forehand that gets so far down there.
Yeah, it's nice. It looks like that was too much fade initially, but if you get enough distance, it does bubble out up there to the right.
Mm-hmm. Rebecca showing us the backhand, very conservative, keeping it low, and she's going to get a weird bounce to the left. She may not be able to attack on her second, but we'll see what she has to work with.
Ooh, Valerie missing the gap. And she's in bounds, but quite short. It'll be a scramble for par. And this is probably one of the few holes out here that I bet there's more forehands than backhands off the tee.
Yeah. Macie going to be tucked on that left side. We'll see what she has to work with. She's got a really powerful flex forehand that I think she could make work from back there. Valerie trying to get past the landing zone everyone was just gunning for.
Wow. That's so good. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's a shot she's probably never thrown before.
Yeah.
From down there. That's
without
crazy.
a doubt. Yeah, here's Macie lining up that flex forehand.
It's going to be tricky. And it looks like it pans pretty dang perfectly. Wow. So good. What angle control.
And for straddled out like that uphill, this is a takes a lot of power to get up there.
Rebecca attempting a similar shot shape. She's straddled out and puts a nice floaty pace on it, and you can see how much farther Macie got. Rebecca's shot was great too. Macie's was just
I like how Rebecca
unreal.
Yeah, I like how Rebecca didn't try to get too aggressive there. Macie didn't look like she was trying to be aggressive. It was effortless, but Rebecca, I like that. I like the play. Once you're out of position, just settle with your par.
Macie's got that natural aggression. She can't help it. Just comes out.
Own a little too far right, but she's gonna.
Ooh.
Man. I liked the idea there.
Boy, that is a nasty kick.
Oh, Rebecca going forehand.
I love it. Rebecca throwing a few more forehands than we've seen from her the rest of the year. Own, whoa, just really all up in this bush.
And she is barely going to be able to even get out of the rough.
Huh? She just puts her hand up. Stop.
Own chipping up. She's going to have to settle for her first bogey of the round. I think going bogey free at Idlewild is like legendary status.
Yeah.
Like you can string together a bunch of birdies, but no bogeys is crazy.
I like that focus face from Rebecca. After
Yeah.
those first couple bogeys, she's really dialed.
Yeah, and I like the clean play, how she kind of switched her game plan up here on the 7th.
Smart. So important to save yourself some strokes out here in these woods. Valerie in for bogey.
There were only 5 birdies on hole 7. Only 7 players got to circle 1 in regulation, so gettable but tough.
The slogan of Idlewild.
A lot of players under par in the top 10, but everyone kind of staying pretty closely knit.
Hole 8, a short par 5, only 576 feet, but so treacherous. If you can get near that stump we just passed, that's usually a mark of a great shot. You see backhands, you see flex sidearms, you see all sorts of shots. Second shot, if you can get up on top of this hill, you see a lot of aggressive second shots, which is my favorite play if you're in position to do it. Just kind of blast it down there and hopefully just pitch up for an easy birdie. It's just that easy until you hit a tree or 6, and then there's a lot of really rough spots on this hole as well.
This green is pretty brutal too. If you go a little bit deep or get a roll away, it's all of a sudden you don't have any more options to putt. Rebecca showing us the backhand route. It's crazy.
Stump.
From the tee pad, this shot is so intimidating. I mean, look at it. You're
yeah.
just looking at a wall of trees. But when you get out past this little hill that we're throwing over and look backwards, it looks just like the easiest tee shot ever.
Yeah.
It looks just like a simple straight shot. So really great optical illusion here on hole 8's tee pad.
I love the flex sidearm so much. Macie doing a great job distance-wise. She's just a touch right, but she's far enough where hopefully it's pretty simple to get up there. Own center cut.
It's funny, on my card today, we talked about how we used to all throw the flex forehand, and now we're all like, why would you not throw the backhand?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I think
my
the
whole
backhand's
card.
so hard.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I always end up on that stump or even just to the left of it. And I don't know. I feel like the right side's got a few more gaps.
That's the thing about Idlewild. A lot of players' choice, any wooded golf for that matter. Where own is going to be rough to recover from, though. That left side gets really, really jam-packed.
There's like a wall right there on that corner, too. Valerie, with a pretty open look at it, gets into the gap. She'll be a bit pinched on that left side, but nice distance.
Yeah, I think this shot is the hardest shot on the hole.
I do too, yeah. You almost never have like a clean run up or look at it. And if you do, that's where I'm saying though, you'll see some aggressive play.
Yeah, you can see Rebecca looking a little sheepish, a little guilty there. She sneaks through some trees, but she's dead center, set up perfectly to attack for birdie. Macie going hard here. I love this. It's a friendly kick.
Yeah, she's fine with that result. Oh, look
She
at
was
this.
going for eagle.
Yeah. Or at least just punching as far as she could. Have we seen eagles out here?
I think
We had to have. We probably have, everybody. Oh, and doing a little forehand roller, which we almost never see from her. She gets out there pretty nicely, I think. She'll be on that right side, but... Oh.
Man, and that's the story of hole 8.
Yeah, you want to get probably like 50 feet farther than this, and then it becomes a pretty clear upshot. Otherwise, it's just a lot of trees in the way.
Yeah, pretty clear besides just that one last tree that everyone seems to be able to find.
Right. Valerie's third, pretty small gap. It looks like she's lining up the left side here.
Not much room to swing as well. Yeah, she's keeping it compact. That looks great.
Wow. Really well managed. She even had like a little bit of kind of Annie on it out of her hand. That's always scary to do when you have a tree on the right side right in front of you. Macie just going to lay up for par there. And classic.
Yep.
Classic hole 8. Just kind of chunking your way through for par. Valerie with a birdie, though.
Yeah, that last shot of Valerie's is so impressive and so difficult. Valerie, one of only 10 birdies out of 42 competitors today, so very impressive. This one always sneaky hard. It's funny in practice, you're just like,
Got it.
I could just birdie this every time.
Got it every time. Yeah, only 10 is surprising. We have kind of a smaller field, though, too, right? It's like 42 or something.
Yep. But no bogey strokes on hole 8 is awesome from our feature card.
Own and Cat Merch leading the charge at 3 down, and a whole bunch of ladies at 2.
Let's wrap up the front 9 with this very fun little downhill par 3. It's only 258, and I think it plays pretty true, even with the undulations of the ground. It's fairly flat, maybe just slightly downhill as you get close to the green. I think it sets up really nicely for a forehand, but the problem is that this green, the way that it's sloped downhill from left to right and coming from the tee pad to the basket, you get some flare skips and have a tendency to go deep and have kind of tricky putting back at the basket. The backhand is a really nice option for combating that, but look how skinny this gap is.
Teeny tiny. Valerie making it look huge.
She sure is. You also often have to get lucky through that little grouping of trees that we see Valerie connecting with, unless you throw something that has a little bit of a late turn. Valerie with a little bit more of a kind of flipping shot. I love this.
Yeah, gorgeous line. And she'll be putting. Yeah, the forehand definitely feels safer, but I don't know. If I have to putt from 40 feet in the rough just to the right of the pin one more time, I might try the backhand.
I know. I always go over there. I'm like, oh, my spot.
Yeah.
I'm back.
I live here.
Yeah.
Guys miss me?
Did I leave my jacket here last time?
Rebecca gonna hit pretty early, and it can be rough to recover from that early side.
Ooh.
Macie kind of flashing the basket a little bit there with that sidearm.
I kind of like how she threw it a little softer so it spiked in. That's really hard to do.
Yes.
Most players coming in like a little flatter and getting a big flare skip.
Oh, and also trying to take some off here with a standstill.
Super smart play. Man,
like that.
I want to try that.
Right? Oh, boo.
Yeah, this is brutal.
That was such a good shot.
Rebecca with a tricky second shot. If you get caught up early, all of a sudden this hole gets tough. But
Rebecca's sidearm looking so good, though.
Yeah, she's had lots of practice on the chip shots today, and that looks perfect. Own from down past the basket in the rough.
Wow.
Wow.
Great run. She knows that was such a good run. Valerie for another birdie.
Yeah.
Nice.
Rebecca after her approach.
Great putt.
And closest to the pin, Macie Velediaz. Yeah.
It's to move one under par.
Valerie and Macie, 2 of only 9 birdies on the hole today.
Own and Valerie and Cat Merch leading the way at that 3 down. We got lots more woods to come. We got a few short holes. We got creeks. We got flowers. We got corn stalks. What else is out there?
Mandos,
Huh?
wide trees.
Wide tree, yeah.
Lots of cool bugs.
Indeed.
But it stays nice all day. Really a lovely kind of spring feeling, early fall feeling day.
It's nice.
Here at Idlewild Disc Golf Course in Northern Kentucky. It's such a nice change of pace to be in the woods. We are really loving it here. A lot of bogey strokes can happen on the back nine, so this is the time to watch if you like to watch that sort of thing. We'll see you guys on the back. Thanks again to the Founders Club. Don't forget, follow us on the YouTubes. By us, I mean Jomez, not me and Erika personally.
And follow also means subscribe.
Subscribe.
Yes.
Yeah. We're almost to 500,000. It's a really big deal. Come join us. I'm Madison Walker.
I'm Erika Stinchcomb. We're the Two Hot Geese.
Honk.
Honk.
Watch your body and I feel that sunshine.